Have you ever caught yourself thinking, once I feel more confident, then I'll start posting consistently. Then I will launch my offer. Then I'll finally go all in on my business. If so, you are certainly not alone. The problem is that confidence doesn't usually work the way most people think it does. Many entrepreneurs spend months or even years waiting to feel ready before taking action. They believe confidence is something they need to have before they can move forward. But what if that belief is actually the very thing keeping them stuck? I'm Renata Karlinskaite, psychotherapist and hypnotherapist, and I help entrepreneurs unlock their potential by overcoming the psychological barriers that hold them back. Before we begin, if you would like to better understand which hidden mental blocks may be limiting your business growth, I have created a free entrepreneurial mental blocks assessment. You can request it using the link in the description below. In this video, we are going to explore the confidence mistake that quietly holds so many entrepreneurs back, why your brain creates this pattern, and how genuine confidence is actually built. Let's begin with one of the biggest myths about confidence. Most people believe confidence comes first. They imagine that successful entrepreneurs wake up feeling fearless, certain, and completely sure of themselves. They assume those people naturally believe they can succeed, and that's why they take bold action. But when psychologists have studied confidence, they have found something very different. The research on self-efficacy shows that people build confidence largely through mastery experiences. In simple terms, confidence grows because we repeatedly do something, learn from it, and realize we can handle it. Confidence is built through experience, not before experience. Think about learning to drive. Nobody feels confident before the first driving lesson. Confidence develops after practicing, making mistakes, correcting them, and gradually becoming more capable behind the wheel. Business works in exactly the same way. You don't become confident before your first sales call. You become confident after making several. You don't become confident before recording videos. You become confident after recording 20 or 30 videos, improving a little each time. The mistake isn't lacking confidence. The mistake is believing you need confidence before you begin. So why do so many intelligent, capable entrepreneurs fall into this trap? The answer lies in how our brains are designed. Your brain's primary job is not to make you successful. Its primary job is to keep you safe. From an evolutionary perspective, unfamiliar situations often meant potential danger. Even though posting on social media or speaking to potential clients isn't physically dangerous, your brain can still respond as if your reputation, acceptance, or security is under threat. That's why you may notice thoughts like, what if people judge me? What if nobody buys? What if I fail? Or what if I embarrass myself? Those thoughts can feel convincing, but they are often your brain trying to protect you from uncertainty rather than giving you an accurate prediction of what will happen. To reduce that uncomfortable feeling, your mind comes up with what sounds like a sensible solution. Wait until you are more confident. Improve your website first. Perfect your branding. Get another qualification. Now, learning and improving your skills are valuable, but sometimes they become a way of delaying the very experiences that would actually build confidence in the first place. Instead of gathering evidence that you can cope, you stay in preparation mode. This is where many entrepreneurs lose months or even years. Another pattern that quietly damages confidence is perfectionism. Perfectionism often disguises itself as having high standards, but underneath, it's frequently driven by fear. Fear of criticism, fear of making mistakes, fear of not being good enough. So instead of taking perfect action, Entrepreneurs spend endless hours tweaking logos, rewriting websites, changing colors, editing videos for the 10th time, or waiting until everything feels just right. The problem is that perfection is an impossible finish line. There is always something that could be improved. Meanwhile, the entrepreneur who is willing to be slightly imperfect continues learning, growing, and collecting real-world experience. That experience becomes genuine confidence. Comparison creates another trap. Social media makes it incredibly easy to compare your beginning with someone else's 10th year in business. You see polished videos, large audiences, and successful launches, but you rarely see the years of uncertainty, failed ideas, awkward first videos, and lessons that came before them. When you compare yourself to someone far ahead, your own progress can feel invisible. Instead, compare yourself with the person you were 6 months ago. Have you learned something? Have you developed a new skill? Have you become slightly more resilient? Those are the kinds of changes that confidence quietly grows from. Confidence also becomes much easier to build when you have a clear direction. When you are constantly changing goals, chasing every opportunity, or second guessing your next step, it's difficult to feel certain because you don't know where you are heading. But when your vision is clear, your decisions become simpler. You don't have to know every step. You simply need to know the next one. Then comes the part many entrepreneurs avoid: taking consistent action. Not massive action, not perfect action, just meaningful action. One sales conversion, one email, one video, one networking event, one difficult decision you have been avoiding. Every small action gives your brain another piece of evidence. I handled that. I survived. I can do it again. That evidence gradually changes how you see yourself. True confidence isn't believing you will never fail. It's trusting that even if something doesn't go to plan, you will learn, adapt, and keep moving forward. That's emotional resilience. The entrepreneurs who build successful businesses aren't fearless. They simply become better at tolerating discomfort without letting it stop them. And money is another area where confidence often gets misunderstood. Many entrepreneurs believe they will increase their prices once they feel more confident, but confidence often comes after charging what their work is worth, delivering great results, and seeing that clients are happy to invest. The same is true with visibility. Many people avoid creating content because they don't feel confident enough. But visibility isn't the reward for confidence. It's one of the ways confidence develops. Every video you publish, every conversation you have, every client you help becomes another reminder that you have something valuable to offer. Finally, don't underestimate the impact your well-being has on confidence. When you are exhausted, overwhelmed, or constantly working without proper rest, your brain becomes much more sensitive to stress and uncertainty. Small challenges feel much bigger. Self-doubt becomes louder. Looking after your energy isn't being lazy. It's giving your brain the best possible conditions to think clearly, make good decisions, and continue showing up consistently. So, I would like to leave you with one simple question. What have you been waiting to feel confident enough to do? Now ask yourself another question. What's the smallest version of that action you could take this week? Maybe it's publishing one post instead of planning 30. Maybe it's sending one proposal instead of endlessly rewriting it. Maybe it's speaking to one potential client instead of waiting until you feel completely ready. Confidence doesn't appear overnight. It grows every time you prove to yourself that you can take action despite uncertainty. If you would like to discover which hidden mental blocks may be limiting your business growth, simply click the link below to request your free Entrepreneurial Mental Blocks assessment. And if you are ready to move beyond awareness and begin creating change at a subconscious level, you can also learn more about my 5-week digital mindset and hypnosis program, Rewire to Succeed Entrepreneur. Both links are in the description below. Remember, confidence isn't something you wait for. It's something you build. Every conversation, every decision, every lesson, and every courageous step forward becomes another piece of evidence that you are capable of more than you once believed. If you found this video helpful and you would like more psychology-based strategies to help you overcome mental blocks, grow through confidence, and build your business, don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video.